Did you know later this year, our brilliant Food and Drug Administration is going to scare people away from smoking? Mandatory laws. The cigarette manufacturers have to put grisly pictures right on the side, both sides of every single box. Hey, want to see some? Here's the first one. This is lovely. A man smoking out of his tracheotomy. Ugh. How's about those black lungs? See what you got here? Healthy lungs, smoking lungs. So don't you even think about buying this package that's completely legal. Here's another one of the cartons. We didn't make these up. Ooh, ugly teeth from smoking. Ooh, and the lip sore. Of course, you'll end up breathing like this if you smoke these evil cigarettes. And then finally, a corpse. Okay, I'm sorry, but just as an aside, the people who are saying we should put corpses of real humans on the side of a box of cigarettes to scare people away from it are probably the same people who say don't put the bodies of babies who have been aborted on the sides of billboards to let people know what abortion is actually like. But that's just an aside. My buddy, my Southern Baptist buddy, Trevin Wax, wrote a great article about the FDA's desire to scare people away from smoking, and he suggests maybe the Christian church is a lot like the FDA. Hey, you don't want to have an affair, you'll wreck your family, your kids will hate you. Hey, don't you dare look at the pornography. You're going to end up getting a disease and your body will wither away and click. You'll look like that PowerPoint. And we scare people away from sinning. Here's an interesting question. Are the cigarette companies afraid of putting those images on the boxes of their cigarettes? And the answer is, well, not really. I'm sure they'd rather not, but not really. Why? Because they know something that maybe the evangelical church doesn't know, and that is scaring people away from an activity doesn't work. Why? Let's face it. The Bible makes it clear. It has the answer. Sin is a deceiver. How many times have you sinned knowing the bad outcome, but you do it anyway? Why? Sin is a deceiver. Sin is a mocker. It tricks you. It fools you. And so to simply scare people away from sinning, it's not, go ahead, tell the kids what their lips are going to look like if they don't practice safe sex or if they have sex before marriage. And they're going to do it anyway because the fear only works so long because sin is a deceiver and their desire is probably an idol and they're just going to go ahead and worship their idol and commit their sin anyway. What must we do to help people grow away from their sin? It is not scaring them. Yeah, we got to teach the consequences. That's a part of learning, but that's not the thing that's going to get people to not sin. Instead, it must be the gospel. The law scares, the gospel saves, and the gospel grows. Hey, your Savior died for you. He died for you, bled and died for you. Why would you want now to take your body, which He inhabits and calls His temple, and join it with a prostitute? Why would you want to do that? See, that's gospel growth, preaching the gospel so that people hate sin, not are just scared of the consequences, but they hate sin. If we don't want people to sin, we got to stop using scare tactics. I didn't say don't teach the consequences, but don't use it as a scare tactic. Instead, it must be the gospel that grows.